hear the sound, you know it's self-spoken. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Self-Spoken Podcast. I'm your host, Self-Spoken Law, and I got my two co-hosts with me here today. OddwOrld, say what up.
What's up? It's your boy OddwOrld.
And I got my guy Brotegé, say what's good.
Brotegé in the building was good.
Alrighty, we here, season 1, episode 5.
Oh,
and I can't believe it's episode 5 already, yo. I can't believe it.
I'm glad we made it to episode 5.
Fucking happy. we got to do this consistently, so let's just keep it
I mean, look at us, 5 episodes in deep. I can say we're pretty consistent at this point.
Yep.
Look at all.
How you guys doing today?
I'm good. Me personally, I'm good. I'm glad we got up early to do this.
I'm surprised I got up early to do this.
Same.
After last night, I was surprised.
My guy, Josh's birthday was yesterday of recording, so this episode is probably going to come out quite a few days after his birthday, but still tell my guy happy birthday in the comments if you don't mind.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, my brother.
Alrighty.
Yes, sir.
My brothers, man.
And bro, you guys noticed that we started this podcast talking about Donda, and we're on episode 5.
And it still ain't come out.
Donda.
I was thinking about
That's
that yesterday.
wild. That's pretty
I was thinking
wild.
about that yesterday because I was actually doing a little touch-ups on the YouTube channel, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I rewatch our videos just to see if I can improve, whatever. And I was watching the Donda episode, and I remember saying in the beginning of that episode, the album might be out before this episode drops. And it's been 3 episodes later.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Still not out. But I
crazy.
heard Kanye was always like that though. With his recent drops, he's like, hey, it could drop tomorrow, it could drop next week, it could drop next month.
I think since Yeezus or like 808s, like since one of those two, he's been very inconsistent with his album drops versus like when they come
I remember around the time for Jesus is King, man, we didn't know when that was dropping.
Right. And he also had Yandi coming out. Remember, like, he had that Yandi thing. Like, it was supposed to be a Yeezus, like a part 2, kind of.
I think so.
But it never happened. Like, it was unreleased. It got actually leaked, so you can still find Yandi online.
Really?
But
maybe that's why he didn't decide to.
Yeah, but like, still with the track record that's going on, it's like you think maybe you know, step it up. Yeah, just step up. Just
release your shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I mean, he's waiting for that. That last performance in Chicago. So with his house on stage.
So then that'll probably be like around that time, maybe. Hopefully.
We don't even know. Yeah. We can't even say yes. Like
that ass
whatever Kanye wants, Kanye does.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah. So let's just roll in straight into the first topic. Kendrick Lamar's announcement.
Oh man.
Every time Kendrick Lamar does anything, it like breaks, music media. So, cause he's not really on social media. He hasn't dropped in over 4 years at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like a fucking. He's like a. Are we past a minute and a half? 5 minutes. We're good. I can curse. He's like an entity that is above the rap game. That like when he releases something, it's just like you don't even review if it's good or bad. It's like, what knowledge can I take from whatever he just dropped? Mm-hmm. Like that's what I see Kendrick as now. He's made it. He's goated already.
Of course, 100% goated.
Definitely agree. I actually have the post here. Do you guys want me to read it or just summarize or?
You can read it.
Yeah, read it.
I have the actual website pulled up.
Yeah, I have the picture here, but do you want to read it or you want me to do it?
Well, what is it? What is it? You can read that.
It's like the full picture. The full picture of his post. Like,
thing.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so Mr. Kendrick Lamar quotes, I spend most of my days with fleeting thoughts, writing, listening, and collecting old beach cruisers. The morning rides, damn, my bad, y'all, I'm blind, so this is hard for me. The morning rides keep me on a hill of silence. I go months without a phone. Love, loss, and grief had disturbed my comfort zone. but the glimmers of God speak through my music and family. While the world around me evolves, I reflect on what matters the most, the life in which my words will land next. As I promised my final TDE album. Oh, yo, my bad.
That's important.
As I produce my final TDE album, I feel joy to have been a part of such a cultural imprint after 17 years. The struggles, the success, and most importantly, the brotherhood. May the Most High continue to use Top Dog as a vessel for candid creators as I continue to pursue my life's calling. There's beauty in completion and always faith in the unknown. Thank you for keeping me in your thoughts. I've prayed for you all. See you soon enough. Oh man, I need LASIK eye surgery ASAP. But
bro, this is emotional, bro.
Very.
That was
that.
emotional.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I just wanted to know your guys' thoughts on the post. You could go ahead and start. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, this is like. I don't want to say Kendrick's not the creator of TDE, but he damn well, is top 3, top 4, like, of the people that created it.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand the line that hit me the most was the one about completion. There's beauty in completion and always faith in the unknown. That hit me pretty hard, that line. Because it's one of those things where it's like there are certain record labels and whatnot that we had not seen an end to, quote unquote, like Def Jam is still a thing and like all those people coming up and whatnot. But I think there is kind of this like not expected ending, but like I kind of expected Kendrick to do something big like this, not something specifically like this, but I did expect Kendrick being Kendrick to think otherworldly. Like he's thinking, of TDE more as a family. It's like TDE, when it's gone, it'll still be there. It just won't be TDE. You know what I mean? Like his whole family, everyone he knows, like all that stuff will still be there. So I think this is more of like rounding out the TDE sound. Like this is going to be that final part of that TDE sound, and then boom, from there it's going to be experimentation, I think. Mm-hmm. So
Josh, what you thinking?
I was in awe shock when I first heard this. I was like, damn, he's really thinking about leaving TDE, his proving ground, his like where he really came up with. And it's wild to me, it is, but as they say, all artists, they grow at certain points to where it's either they, separate and want to build their own kind of thing or just do anything. And I pray and hope that whatever this man decides to do after TDE, it's, it's, something crazy.
Yeah.
Something more crazy that we don't expect. Because I did not expect, the final project with TDE. I'm like, what? Like, what about Black Hippie? What about, everybody else that's still on the label? Yeah, like, I'm still wondering, like, how rocking them feel about this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My initial reactions was basically, wow. First of all, this post is so articulate. This does not seem something that... Did he post this on Twitter or something? I'm not sure.
First posted on Twitter?
It's on Insta.
Oh, okay.
So it's just a picture of the folder on Insta.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
And then if you actually and then the caption is just a website. And if you put that website in, that folder is right in the middle of the screen. And you click on the folder and it opens up to a black and white like, like command. Mm-hmm. You know what a command prompt is on like a Windows, like when you're like when you're like hacking into the mainframe and like
that's
all
not
those.
our field.
But all those, like when you ever seen like a hacker show, like is that text? Like there's a specific kind of like font that they use. It's like robot font.
Yeah.
It's like in that font.
Okay.
So I'm thinking there's gonna be like an internet-based theme, maybe, or maybe he just wanted to present it like that. I don't know. It's a really cool presentation, like how it's done.
This was just so well articulated, and just the stuff he was saying. I don't feel like rereading it because I can't see. So just the stuff he was saying, it was just really thought provoking, and it kind of makes you feel like he was really going through it these past few years, you know, because we haven't really heard from him in so long. We haven't heard from him musically. We haven't heard from him in any type of format. So you can tell he was probably affected. Maybe he lost some people in his life. Maybe COVID did a number on him as far as like emotionally, because COVID ruined basically everybody emotionally. And it's just, I'm just glad to hear from him, you know.
Yeah, like something rather than,
you know, he's
type
doing
shit,
a little okay, hopefully. It's just nice to hear from Kendrick. Anything from Kendrick is great, whether it's a simple post like this, whether it's music, whatever it is. It's just nice to hear from Kendrick.
Do we know what Oklahoma means? Okay.
Oklahoma.
That one?
No.
I thought that thing said Oklahoma.
I'm not even going to hold you. I read Oklahoma. That's all I read. Oklahoma.
I realized it said Oklahoma.
But
anybody want to look that up?
I just did. Only Oklahoma comes up.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out on this next album.
Hopefully.
But did you guys really expect him to be leaving TDE, or at least this soon?
No,
no. I figured at least somewhere else down the line, like give it like later on, you know, enough albums are out probably, but not this soon. No, especially with everything that they've, you know, accomplished from the 10s to now is like, whoa, I ain't expect that to happen.
Yeah, it's also when you think of, I'll call them the big three. People might get angry at me for this: Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick. Right now, top three most selling, I'd say. You know, or they're up there, whatever.
Yeah, like the ones who really came up in the early 10s.
Kendrick has the most interesting dynamic out of the three in terms of his placement in his record label. Drake owns OVO. Drake is like the head of OVO.
Yeah.
J. Cole's the head of
Dreamville,
like whatever. Kendrick is not the head of TDE. Like, he's not. So, was I expecting this to happen? No. But hindsight being 2020, him announcing it, me looking at it like, okay, I can kind of see why he did it now. He is a part of this family. Maybe he wants to go on and do something and own his own stuff. You know, he did create that music video company that's going to be doing all of Baby Keem's music videos and whatnot. So, I mean, yeah, he created his own company right there. Who says let's see what happens, like, you know, imagine a Kendrick run record label. What do you guys think of a Kendrick run record label?
That's different. That is kind of different to think about. I feel with his years of experience in the hip hop game, I know he has to have known like a good amount of producing backstage. So it's like, I feel as if it wouldn't be as bad. Like, you know, because like a lot of artists, they do that. They, after a while, once they learn from their mentors or so, they get their own gig, and 50% of the time it works out pretty well.
Right.
Yeah, you got the ones that crumble, or the ones that, you know, actually gain a lot from it.
Yeah.
I definitely think Kendrick Lamar ran label would do well. He has that place in the industry.
Right.
He's popular. I'm pretty sure he has a good amount of money to fund his own label. The thing with artists run labels, a lot of artists want to have their own label, you know. We want to have our own label. We're not even established yet, you know. So it's just this desire of independency nowadays, because a lot of record labels, unfortunately, they do the artist dirty.
Right.
So we have this desire of dependency where we want to run our own things. We want to be our own bosses. But unfortunately, as of right now, people could argue that Kendrick Lamar is not his own boss because he's under another label, of course. And honestly, I did not expect this so soon. I thought it would have been something that maybe came around later, like, I don't know, like 2025 or something like that.
That's what I was thinking too, yeah. Like
2025 is kind of shocking. And it, to me anyway, it doesn't seem like he's had issues with his label.
No.
Some artists under TD have expressed kind of issues. Like SZA, I believe she had a problem with Punch. I believe Absol has expressed some issues, but Kendrick Lamar never really outwardly say, hey, I'm not really messing with TDE right now, I'm having problems with Punch.
Right.
So, I mean, it's kind of shocking, you know? But I definitely see a Kendrick Lamar label happening. I don't know. People are kind of jumping the gun saying that this is his last album. I don't think that.
I highly
Definitely
doubt it, in
not.
my opinion. I don't
No,
think so.
the name of this or the post is New Thoughts.
Yeah, so it's like, you know.
He's gonna be having non-TDE new thoughts after
Exactly.
this
A
album.
different perspective of music.
Exactly.
As far as like from the label.
Exactly. Yeah. There was one more thing I wanted to ask you guys.
What's
Forgot.
up?
Oh. No, I think it wasn't a question. It was just the reason I could see a new Kendrick album.
We're gonna act like we just gonna act like that didn't happen. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Bro, even in my camera angle, I'm just like.
Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I caught that. Anyway,
Yeah, nah, it's a good thing you caught that, bro.
Oh my god. Yo, I'm crying, son.
Go ahead,
Anyway,
bro.
go ahead.
But I just think Kendrick wants to be able to find artists. Like, go out, listen to an artist, and be like, yo, I like you. Like, I want to be able to sign you. Because, you know, Drake's been doing that, and J. Cole's been doing that, and they love the artists that they're signing. And
They have a
they
great
do.
roster.
Yeah. And, you know, I think Kendrick is kind of doing that with Baby Keem right now, like a little bit. They're obviously, for those who didn't know, and I honestly, I didn't know.
We found out like 3 days ago.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
I actually
didn't
knew
know
about
Baby
it
Keem-
a little while back.
Yeah, Baby
Yeah.
Keem and Kendrick are cousins.
I
Um,
can't believe we just found that out.
Right. But at the same time, you can see with what they're currently working with and what they're doing, I think Kendrick is really enjoying, working with Baby Keem, working with the younger artists, kind of like, not that Kendrick is doing Baby Keem's sound or anything, but even when Cole got on Revenge of the Dreamers, he had to match their energy on those specific tracks.
Right.
Yeah.
Kendrick has to do that with Baby Keem, and I think he's really enjoying that.
Who is Keem signed to?
Oh, see? If this is what I think it is. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, we can take back a lot of what we just said. PG Lang, that is the name of that music video company that I said that Kendrick started.
Mm-hmm.
Also a record label in which Baby Keem is signed to.
Oh.
So what do you think that means?
Baby Keem is signed to Columbia, The Orchard, and PG Lang. So I think Columbia is probably what he's releasing his music under currently.
Okay.
PG Lang is definitely what he's doing his music videos.
Yeah.
Okay.
That given.
The Orchard is his media distribution company.
Okay.
So he's a Columbia Records guy signed to PG Lang. I think he's gonna. I think he has the potential to be signed to a Kendrick label, considering he's already under that.
That's interesting. How well do you think this potential? This is all speculation, by the way.
Right.
He didn't say for
of
sure,
course.
but that's what we think. Because if
Yeah,
he's
it's
saying
pure
my final
speculation,
TDE
man.
album
Yeah.
and not my final album, period, then it must
Yeah.
be that he's going in a new
Yeah.
musical journey. But how well do you think a Kendrick Lamar ran label could do?
Dude, I think Kendrick is Kendrick is talented already.
Yeah.
But I think what Kendrick does best, and what people who have worked with him have said he's done best, is take stuff out of them that they've never done before. Like make people do stuff that they've never done, take the best out of them. So I think it's one of those things where like Kendrick could even choose someone that people might not like, and then Kendrick will just make him sound better in the stew. Like I think Kendrick just has that skill to do that. So I think for those reasons, a Kendrick ran label would be a good label.
Yeah, definitely. To bounce off what you said, he's 1,000,000% talented, and like he's a part of the big three. The other two from the big three. Look at them, like OVO, Dreamville. Like they got so many good
Those are big companies
artists.
now.
Yes, there's big companies with amazing artists.
Right.
Tell you right now, Kendrick probably started today. Give him a year. Give him a year or two.
Oh,
He'll probably,
dude.
bro, right up the top with them. No matter what.
I agree.
It'll be
I
a good label, just like that.
Not that it will happen, but I could see a year from now Kendrick being like at the top of a label that's like boom.
Yeah.
Like a really
Like a
like
booming
nice
label, yeah.
Definitely. What about his journey, kind of outside of the whole music thing? Because I don't know. To me, in the post, it seems like it's not just about music. I feel like he might be branching into other things in life. So, what do you guys think that he might get into? Because he did kind of have a little role on Power, I believe. So, do you think he'll kind of start delving into acting a little more?
Hey, I mean that was, it was funny to watch. It was definitely funny to watch that little Power skit that he did, or no, I'm gonna call it a skit because it's just something.
It was funny.
Yeah. It was funny, a little something in there. I think he has potential to eventually be a good actor too. I'm gonna say decent actor for right now because
We've only seen that.
yeah, exactly. I only seen like one thing, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna say decent actor. But like when I look at niggas like LL or Luda, you know, the rappers who became actors, especially Ice-T and Ice
That's
Cube.
really,
Yeah.
that's really becoming a thing, especially now
rappers
with my
turning-
guy Joey.
Yo,
Yeah,
Joey,
Yep.
yeah,
Young M.A.
yeah.
They're both of them are in Mr.
Yeah.
A
Role.
lot of rappers are kind of delving into the acting scene. So do you think that's something? Do you think that's something he would really want to do eventually?
I think his personality and that whole like what makes me believe he can do it is that whole tour, the whole Kung Fu Kenny tour. Like he basically put on a show in between the songs, anyways. Like that shit was cool. And he
I'm
had
not
to act.
gonna lie, that would be dope. Like, kind of like a kung fu kind of genre. Because Wu-Tang, they love kung fu movies and samurai movies and
Right,
things like
right.
that. So
When you hear their
Kendrick
style, it's
delving
like
into that.
Dude,
That would be
a
kind of
Kendrick
dope.
Lamar Kung Fu Kenny movie.
That would be
That'd
hard.
be
That'd be
lit,
cool,
bro.
That would be
yeah.
hard.
He could get so many people in there that love that culture and love hip hop at the
Yeah.
same time. Like,
Because I don't know, it just works so well together. Just
Yeah.
that culture of like fighting and martial arts, and then with great hip hop
Yeah.
beats in the background.
Yes,
It just
man.
works so well together.
It definitely does.
Any final thoughts on this post before we move on?
Sean Wayne said it best. all the rappers are taking the best acting job, bro.
What, bro?
But, no, just like thinking about it with Kendrick and all the other rappers who are actors, it's like, damn, but that nigga was right. All the rappers are taking a good acting job.
T.I.'s been acting forever. I mean, we could go down a whole list.
Yeah.
My final thoughts on this is, this is the first time, other than obviously the album Damn itself, this is the first time Kendrick has like really just talked to people about how love and grief and this and that have affected his life. So, I think this is gonna be very personal.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be very personal.
100%.
Yeah.
And my fault. I just wish him the best of luck after this. That's it.
Yeah.
I know that album's gonna be a killer. And
What I want to say, just good luck, Kendrick.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a lot in this last album.
Mhm.
I think it's gonna be a good one, of course, with
Yeah.
the way
Sure.
he's just talking. Every time an artist talks so cryptidly about their next project, that shit's gonna be fire.
It's gonna be a crazy ass
That shit's
project.
gonna be fire.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like I think the album is gonna be good, and whatever else he decides to do in his musical journey or just life journey period, I'm rooting for him,
Yes, sir.
and I feel like he'll be successful in it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. And just good luck, Kendrick, and we wish you the best.
Yeah. Don't disappoint us, though.
Come on, man.
I'm
K-Dot, man. K-Dot, Kung Fu
He's not
Kenny.
gonna-
I don't expect-
Duckworth, bro.
I don't
Yes,
expect him
bro.
to. I
Come
don't
on,
expect
man.
K-Dot, he will not
Come
disappoint.
on,
I know
man.
that.
That's
You
Duckworth, man.
This
Come on,
nigga
man.
said-
One of the legends.
I'm just messing.
Yeah, man. I'm excited.
Yeah. So,
But now
we gotta get
now,
into it.
Yeah,
we
speaking
gotta
of
get into
cryptic.
this. Yes.
Speaking of cryptic.
Kanye and Drake. So as we all know,
Hard.
Kanye and Drake have been beefing for a
Quite
few
a
years
while.
now.
Yeah.
Kind of stems from a lot, the whole Pusha T thing. It's a whole string of things.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
you
it
know,
even goes way
Cash
before
Money and Clips.
Yeah.
And then it kind of delved into not just Cash Money, but Young Money now, of course, with Drake. And then Pusha and Drake having their thing, so that extended back to Kanye. It's a lot of history in the beef, but we're going to focus on Drake and Kanye specifically, obviously.
Right.
You about to say something?
No, well, I was just gonna mention in that whole random, like, in the whole timeline, Cole's False Prophets is in there somewhere too.
Yes.
So you have like
yes,
like it's all over the place, and you know, people are very choosy too with the sides that they are on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
some just do it because they know one person more than the other, and, but others they actually have valid reasons on why.
Mm-hmm. So just a little backstory for anybody that doesn't know. Drake just featured on Trippie Redd's album. Song name, can't remember, what's the name of the song?
Betrayal.
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 Yes, Betrayal. Yep. So
you wrote it down too.
You know I can't see, man. Come on, man.
I'm sorry against you. My fault.
Come on, man.
It's
You
just,
know I'm
like,
blind out here, son.
I'm sorry.
But yeah,
you're right.
So, Drake and Trippie, they're doing their thing. They're rapping or whatever. And then Drake said, all these fools I'm beefing that I barely know. 45, 44, burnt out, let it go. Yeah, ain't changing shit for me, it's set in stone. Just a little explanation. Kanye and Pusha are both, I believe, 44 and 45 respectively. And Drake is basically saying that Kanye's date is not going to change anything for me. Because there's a rumor going around that Kanye's delaying Donda so he could see how the sales do with Drake's. That doesn't make sense to me.
Really
I don't think he would delay his album just for Drake, especially if they aren't cool. But Drake is basically saying, yo, like, I'm not beef with nobody. They're way older than me. They need to let it go. And Kanye's drop date is not going to change my drop date, or it's not going to change my sales. Right. So that's what Drake is saying. Just a little shot or whatever.
Yeah.
So now, in response, Kanye added Pusha T to a group chat. I believe that Drake is in this group chat as well.
Yeah.
And Kanye posted a picture of the Joker, and he was like, I live for this. I've been fucked with by nerd ass jock niggas like you my whole life. You will never recover, I promise you. Now we assume he's talking to Drake, obviously. He posted this on Instagram, which he then eventually deleted. And then after
Drake posted a video after that.
Before that, I don't know if you guys know.
Yes.
Kanye actually posted Drake's address. I don't know if he posted the exact numbers and letters or whatever, but I believe he posted the location of his address. And then Drake posted that video of him driving a lot.
Yeah. But what I did hear from Canadians is that Drake's address is public knowledge already.
Oh, so then
I mean,
people drive by Drake's house all the time and they're like, holy shit, it's Drake's house.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
But it's not like anybody's gonna run up to Drake's house. You're probably gonna get shot and killed.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely has automated machine guns that come out of the ceiling.
He on some
super
bank.
villain
He on some
shit.
bank shit, bro.
Yeah, but that's basically it. Drake sent some shots in the song. Kanye posted that picture of him and other people in the group chat. Yeah. Kanye posted his location. Drake posted a video of him laughing or whatever. And I guess this is a thing again. Kanye and Drake. What are your reactions, guys?
Dude, it's one of those things. It's so originally, when the first Pusha T versus Drake whole diss thing came out, there were two sides of the coin. There was Drake's side of the coin where he told Kanye about his son in Wyoming, and then he trusted him with that knowledge. And what he did with that was he told Pusha T, and then Pusha T released a diss track, and Kanye does not regret anything.
There's another story.
But the other side, right? The other side, well, at least from my understanding, is that Kanye was like, yo, how dare you reveal your child to the world through an Adidas ad? That's your child. You should not be putting your child out to the world for publicity and blah, 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 and this and that. So that's the reason Kanye was okay with.
What I heard was that, this is Pusha T's side. Like you said, two sides of the same coin. Two different sides of the coin. Pusha T said that he actually got the news from 40. Now, 40 didn't talk to him directly, but apparently 40 was talking to some girl, and he got a little too comfortable and told her about Drake's son.
Yeah.
And then the girl came in and told Pusha that information.
Yeah.
Now, those stories are two completely
Right.
different stories.
Right.
We don't know who's telling the truth. I'm not saying one guy is lying, the other one's not. That's not what we're doing here. But it's just to show how crazy these stories are, how different the perspectives are.
There's not enough. There's not enough info for me to actually choose a side. Because let's think about it this way, right? Kanye said you will not recover. Kanye has to either think that his influence is enough, or know that he has some dirt on Drake that like nobody knows.
What you thinking?
No, in my head, I'm thinking this whole thing is kind of like, how do I best put this? It's just another one of those old arguments that don't really need to be brought up. Like somebody that, like how I said, you know that one person that you was beefing with before, they talking wild smack about you again, bro. It's like, bro, come on, I don't care no more. It's like this is one of those things that shouldn't be cared. Like I respect how Drake. No. I respect how he acknowledged it. I respect how he acknowledged it, but it was like it still wasn't needed in my personal opinion. But
I think what he was trying to do is not be too disrespectful. I think he was just like, yo, honestly, I'm kind of tired of this. Like people are spreading this rumor that me and Kanye are gonna have a versus or do this and that. I'm not dealing with that. I'm dropping my album whenever I drop my album, and Kanye has no influence over it. I think that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
I don't think he was trying to be too disrespectful, but obviously him saying that was gonna stir up some type of drama. So how do you guys feel about the reactions? Like what Drake said specifically, how do you feel about how Kanye was acting towards it? Like, what are you thinking?
I don't. Once again, I don't know what the sides of the story are, so I don't know if it was warranted. But Drake, if we go back and just look at, I thought the Pusha T diss was pretty brutal. Like when it first came out, I remember thinking at the, huh?
You talking about Duppy?
The one over.
No, not. That was Drake shit, right? Wasn't Duppy's Drake?
You're talking about Pusha T's
diss to Drake.
Oh, yeah. Story added on.
Yeah, story of added on. Yeah. I think that was brutal when it first came out. I remember listening to it and being like, whoa. Because Drake was such a clean artist before then. And then it was revealed that he had a kid with a porn star. I remember just being like, Pusha, well, how is this your business? Whatever. But at the, I don't know the other side of it. But, I think Drake, based on that, has just had... Drake has not been in the upper hand in this beef. So I think... Do I think it was warranted that he had to, say something in this Trippy song? No. But do I think it fits that he put it on a song called Betrayal? Yeah. Do I think it's pretty funny? Yeah, it's pretty funny. I just think I think it's less a punch and more of a he's sticking his chest out right now, showing you that anything that you have done in the past has not affected him. So
yeah. And what about the Kanye side of this now?
Sheesh.
I don't know. I think that those texts were a little. How you gonna call somebody a nerd and a jock?
Should he say nerd ass jock?
Yeah. Thanks for the disrespectful compliment, I guess.
And then Pusha was added to the convo right before. I don't know. It's just it's like who said it? I think it was Fat Joe, or was it Rick Ross. Rick Ross was like, yeah, this is just them going at it as two artists. They're getting each other hype as two artists. And I'm like, nah.
Not two niggas getting hype as artists.
Kanye, I'm like, Kanye is weird right now. So
right now,
I mean,
what the fuck?
I mean, he's been weird for a while.
Kanye's
just weird. He's doing some weird shit, and that was just, I guess,
another part of his weird shit.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do, obviously, is be considerate of his mental health.
Right.
As we all know, Kanye is not in the best state of mind, so
yeah, of course.
I'm not excusing his actions. I'm just trying to understand it.
Yeah.
So obviously, when he heard that, his brain probably went to, yo, this guy's talking shit.
Right.
You gotta go crazy.
Yeah.
So he probably was like, all right, I'm gonna send this text. I'm gonna send his shots to Drake, and I'm gonna post his address. He probably was, like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
But then after, maybe, I don't know if somebody talked to him or if he had a realization that, okay, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. So I'm not going to excuse his actions, but I do understand that it was probably a moment of weakness where he was really upset, he was really angry, so he did those things. But that doesn't make it right at the end of the day.
The deletions of those posts kind of make them episodic. Like, it kind of makes them like, boom, they happened in the moment, and then 30 minutes later, if he really is bipolar, because they say that he said he has bipolar, whether like if that's true, then like it does make sense. These episodic things do make sense. Him uploading these and then taking them down.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
it's two like drastic differences. Like,
yeah. I mean, I just kind of wish he wouldn't really post it at all, to be honest. Like it's just no purpose. It's just no purpose. But I can't speak for nobody. We're not in the middle of the beef. We don't know we only know what media posts. That's it. Whatever they post and whatever the media posts, that's all we know.
And being bipolar, it's a bitch, yo.
Yeah.
Like, we don't understand, obviously, because we're fortunate enough to not suffer from that. But I've talked to people that are bipolar. I've heard about stories about people being bipolar. And like it's fucked up. Like, if mood could switch like that, it's a lot. And it's not as simple as, oh, I'm happy, and then 5 minutes later I'm angry. It's a lot of emotions.
It built up different kind of effects.
The part of bipolar that is incorrect is bi, because it's not just two.
It's multiple.
Yeah.
Like you can feel happy, sad. Like 1 minute happy, well, not 1 minute per se, but like 1 minute happy, 1 minute sad,
and then sometimes
like a bunch of other stuff.
It's just random. It's like just stressed. Like sometimes you could just be stressed about nothing. Like just really stressed. So.
It's like it doesn't like something magically just weighs you down.
Right, and add on being probably the biggest artist in America at this moment in time currently. Like, that doesn't help you at all.
Exactly. Because you're in the limelight. Everybody's
everybody like bangs with you, talking to you, etc.
There's a message before the whole Joker thing, though, that I want to talk about. So, you guys remember on Life is Good with Drake and Future, Drake said a line, he was like, Virgil got a paddock on my wrist doing front flips or whatever. Apparently, Kanye sent a text to that group chat before that, and he was like, Virgil, I want a green paddock to do backflips. So, what's up with that? I don't know. What y'all think about that one now?
I think that's just stupid. I think that's just like funny. Like, I think
Kendrick thought that was funny. It's just something to say, bro. Like,
I think Kanye thought that was funny. Like,
like it's just something to say.
Nah, but here's the thing. Some people, they might be like, yo, honestly, Kanye's doing the most. Like, he's giving off like either jealous vibes or like, he's just doing extra. Like, what about people that may view it that way, that he's doing too much?
Obviously, the people who feel as if he's doing too much is just the ones that either just don't support his music and anything he stands for, or the ones that like see the type of view where like, I fucks with you, but you doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Like you doing too much. It's like telling your friend after he started doing the most, like, yo, bro, or during him doing the most, like, yo, bro, you're doing the most now. Yeah. Like, bro, chill. It was okay in the beginning, but like, bro, shit like that, just stop, bro. Just stop.
It's also like Kanye just, has a record of revealing people's personal information.
Does
like
now?
Like,
it's weird.
He revealed even his own, like with the whole, Kim wanted to abort their first child thing. Like,
that was very personal.
Yeah, like people don't need to know about that shit.
They don't.
So I don't know. I think Kanye sees revealing personal information as a real hit, where like, yeah, it's true, it is a real hit, but at the same time, it's shit that it's almost like a dirty hit. a nut punch, like something like not okay.
It hits hard.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, it hits hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any other thoughts on this? Because this is kind of crazy. I can't lie. This whole situation has gotten way out of hand.
I'll tell you
to
what.
me. Because this whole beef, I feel like it just needs to be laid to rest. Like honestly, I don't think it's gonna be over until, like, God forbid, obviously, like somebody passes away or whatever. I feel like that's the only way this thing's gonna end. If somebody is gone to not instigate it anymore.
Well, these people's heads have gotten so big.
Yeah.
But I'll say this. These albums just got better. I think both of these dudes are like, oh nah, now I have to I have to go back and make sure everything is good.
Mm-hmm.
Like perfect their craft type shit. I know what you mean, bro.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, you know. Those are two of some of the biggest artists right now. Yeah. Kanye has been big for what?
And they've had
damn near 20 years now.
They've had amazing music together in the past.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if there's gonna be reconciled, especially because, you know, Kanye and Push are cool, and Push he hit him with a low blow.
Yeah.
So I don't see this being fixed, or if it is anytime soon.
Yeah, like I'll hopefully later down the road. Like, you know how everybody else had their differences for like over 10 years plus, probably made up. So hopefully they go down that road too, man. I hope they do. Whatever, bro.
Just to get into it real quick, some more very unfortunate news. We're going to get into Pop Smoke now. We talked about it in episode 1, of course. There's a rumor going around that he has no more unreleased music in a vault. So, there's a few reasons why that upsets the fans, and of course that upsets me. And I wanted to talk about it real quick. How do you guys feel, like, just about hearing the news? Before we get into the details, just how do we feel about the news now?
I'm partially not surprised. Like, personally, I'm not as surprised. Like, it sucks that it's so soon. Because, like, bro, literally passed away not too long ago. And that shit is so trash. It's still trash to this day. How young the nigga was. And he's just now gone just like that. Yeah. Right? Almost up to the top. And then boom. But, like, I'm not too surprised because, you know, he wasn't in the game for that long. So that's why I'm not too surprised. But, like, still, it's messed up. And, like, you know, I'm going to bounce off of what you say because I know what you're going to say. I know why you're upset, so I'm going to just kind of bounce off of that. You go ahead.
Yeah, how you feel?
Oh, bittersweet, I think. Bitter because obviously...
we want more music.
Right. Sweet because his last album wasn't fantastic.
Yeah.
So, this'll be... It's one of those things where it's like... I think, what's his name? What was The Game? I think The Game was talking about if he died, the only people he would want touching his project are like Dre, Pharrell, and like 2 other people he named off, and that's
I think Anderson .Paak, he actually just got a tattoo. I don't remember the exact tattoo.
That's what they were talking about.
He was like, yo, if I pass away, please leave my unreleased music alone.
Right.
It was not meant to be released.
Right.
Yeah. So, as you can see, this is partially why, and I just want to talk about why people are unhappy.
Yeah.
First of all, like you said, it's unfortunate that we don't have any more possible music. I'm pretty sure we want possible music until 2050, honestly, if it were possible.
Yeah, definitely.
But the reason why we don't have any more possible music is because they milked every fucking recording dry. That last album was absolutely unnecessary. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have any more music, but release some singles, release mini projects. If there's songs that sound like, this sounds like a draft, leave it alone. Don't drop it, you know? To me, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon was perfect. Not the album itself, but it was the perfect ending to him, you know?
Yes.
It was like, okay, this is the last real official music he recorded. It's really sad that we don't have any more. But this is perfect because it represents him. It represents his legacy. It's actual music that he took his time with, and 50 Cent and everybody else that was working on the project, they took their time in putting it together. But Faith just sounded like, hey, let's just slap this song here. Let's just slap this there. Oh, this song was unfinished, but let's do it anyway. You know? So
People want more now. They're just gonna feed off of the fact of what everybody else wants and not what he would have personally wanted.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Like,
a lot of people themselves say that they don't want any more possible.
No. I know, but I'm talking about the others who who feed it off.
Fiending,
Like the fiend parts. Cause you know how it is. Once the label realizes oh, this is the type of thing that's making money, they're gonna do it again. They're gonna slap it out again, no matter what. It don't matter if it flops or it does the exact same thing.
Right.
They're gonna do it no matter what.
Right.
And I hope they learn from this, cause this is nah, bro.
Names
different.
make more money than the actual music.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
How you feeling, guy?
How am I feeling about what?
Just the situation and.
Yeah, just bittersweet. Yeah, I agree with everything you said. I think people, as long as they don't release his next project as this is a Pop Smoke project, they could release it kind of as what Kendrick did with Untitled Unmastered.
Yeah, there's some loose.
Right. That's actually what I was thinking about just now. Was if they release the next Pop Smoke project as these are unreleased Pop Smoke tracks with that label, then that would almost make it better than them trying to make it seem like a Pop Smoke album.
Because the album is serious stuff.
Right.
Because it's the same thing for example, if you call something a mixtape, you're like, hey, I'm releasing a mixtape. Versus if you call it an album, it's rated much more heavily than the mixtape. It's
judged.
the same thing with
Heavy.
just unreleased music or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, it just goes back to what we were talking about episode 1, Faith. It's just all the issues with Faith is exemplified here. All the unreleased songs, all the rush, and then they
beat changes.
Yup, and then they released the deluxe, man.
Yeah.
Nobody asked for that. We were already unhappy with the first set of tracks.
And what was the purpose of doing a deluxe?
Exactly.
Was Dior on the deluxe?
I think so.
That's mad funny. That's mad funny.
Yo.
What is there? 7 versions of it now? 6? A ridiculous.
The single version.
Versions.
Meet the Woo 1, Meet the Woo 2, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, and now I guess so. Yeah, I guess Faith.
And then isn't there?
There's a remix
bonus versions
with Nav,
right?
Yeah,
there's a remix
with Nav. So there's 6-7 different versions.
And every single one of those versions has 100 mil listens each, bro.
Shit is crazy, bro.
Any other final points you got just with Pop Smoke, just with the label, with the music, anything regarding him?
I say now, if anything, bro, just leave Homeboy alone. Let Homeboy rest peacefully, knowing that, he had the Shoot for the Stars album be his legitimate resting area rather than whatever the fuck the label just did.
Right.
It was, good to hear a little bit more of him, but not in that way. It was the way that it was interpreted was just so unpleasing. It was just kind of horrific, but,
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it clean and simple. Pop Smoke's label. You guys want to make money and you don't want to piss people off? Just make a greatest hits album. Put together a greatest hits album.
That makes sense.
it does.
People will still listen to that.
People would listen to the
that
greatest
probably
hits
better,
album
yeah.
all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
People do that all the time.
Yeah.
A lot of
Dude,
artists.
Nas's greatest hits album is hit one of his best albums because it's such a ridiculous list of music.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
and
That's
Common's
the-
greatest hits albums is ridiculous.
Greatest albums they're interesting because it's this is old music, but this is my best.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's
whether it's
that
old or not,
record.
you're gonna want to listen
Right.
to it.
Exactly.
Right.
And maybe listening to it in a different order, just put together like that, it may give you a different perspective, a different feel.
Yeah.
But my final points is, I agree with both of you guys. Just leave it alone. If you want to release more music, maybe do a greatest hits things. But as far as if there is any more Pop Smoke music, leave it alone.
Yeah, just
don't
leave it.
drop it. Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon was a perfect way to end his career. Even if there was some more music that he had, release it as some singles, release it as mini projects, just present it differently. Don't try to force an album.
Right.
Don't try to force an album, especially with a deluxe on top of it. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Just leave it alone, And it was just real unfortunate. But I just know that I'm gonna still be listening to my guy. I'm gonna be listening to the first Meet the Wolves. I'm gonna be listening to Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, but I don't think I'm gonna be listening to Faith that much. And
Right.
whatever else they release, I don't think I'm gonna be listening to it that much either, because it hurts me and it hurts his legacy that's the product that they're putting out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's not fair to him at all.
Yeah.
I feel you,
And
I
if
feel
you
you.
want a deeper conversation on that, episode 1,
Yeah.
we went pretty deep into that whole topic, and we listed off, good and bad posthumous albums and what they did right and what they did wrong and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So
This was definitely done wrong in our opinion.
yeah,
Yeah, so
It's
that's
crazy. It's
that's
crazy
it.
what they do to you when you gone, bro. It's crazy. It's really sad.
Yep.
Just to
What's your
just
names
make
up
money
there?
off you.
Once your name's up there.
Yeah, once your name is up there, you gone, bro. They'll do anything to make money
Anything
off
for
you.
money.
Still, it's crazy.
So I think that's it for Pop Smoke, and that's it for this episode.
Yep.
I enjoyed this one.
Yeah, this was a good one.
one.
Yeah, another good episode.
Yeah.
Great to hear from Kendrick, of course.
Yes.
Unfortunate that this Kanye and Drake thing is still going on.
Right.
And unfortunate that Pop Smoke is being milked still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so you guys got any final points, anything about what we talked about, anything that we didn't talk about that you want to make a quick mention of?
Nah, I'm just glad hip hop is as interesting as it is right now. It's so
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's fun to talk about, fun to read about. You know, I'm happy.
Hip hop has now become one of those funny topics because back then it was just straight like bars for bars or etc. Just now it's just becoming something you could like really discuss or
Social
laugh.
media,
Yeah.
I was gonna say
A lot
social
is in
media
the
plays a big part. So
Yeah, so it's like I like where it's going. I kind of
Oh, hell no.
anyway. I kind of wish it would simmer down just a little bit, but I still like where it's going, like
Yeah.
because it gives us something to continuously chat about. It's
Yeah.
just, it feels good.
Definitely want to keep the news coming. Of course, Kendrick, good luck with all your endeavors.
Yes, sir.
Drake and Kanye, I hope, even if y'all can't make up, just please.
Leave each other alone.
Yes, please.
Leave each other
Mhm.
alone.
And Pop,
leave that Pop Smoke alone.
Yes.
hope you continue resting in peace. I'm really sorry that they're taking advantage of your music. I'm
Yeah.
really sorry for that. But
That shouldn't be the
I
case.
I honestly hope you have no more music so they can't keep on milking you. And I
Yeah.
hope you continue to rest in peace. And just a quick mention, we got some merch out. I don't promote the merch that much, but it's in the description. This is one of our tees right here. Some simple. This is a little simple design, but we have more.
Pop.
We got a bunch of shirts. We got some tank tops. We got some hats. The hats are fire, so cop up. Just support us. It helps a lot. It helps us bring content for you guys, of course. And even if you can't support financially,
Yeah.
something simple.
Yeah.
This guy, something simple as a like, commenting on the video,
Sharing with your friends.
Sharing,
definitely subscribe.
Yes.
And we appreciate you when you do. Thank
Yes.
you very much.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely appreciate it
Appreciate
if
you
you
a
make
lot.
it this far into the video. Thank you guys so much, and we're gonna keep giving you consistent content,
Yep.
well put together content, of course.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah, we are out of here. Alrighty, guys. Y'all can go ahead and say bye to the peoples.
Peace
Later,
out.
y'all. Later, y'all. Love y'all.
Be safe.
Love y'all. Stay
Alrighty.
safe out in these COVID streets, man.
Yep. Alrighty, this is the Self Spoken Podcast, and we are out. Peace.
Deuces.
All these niggas, they be talking disrespect. He be talking in the text, they be walking with the text. I bet he try to wonder what these niggas about. Once they pull up with the Tommy, he'll figure it out.